Good morning, one and all, and welcome to our last Friday as fifth graders. I know it's kind of a rainy one, but it's still a fun thing to think about. We have 3 more days of school next week, and then you all are turning into sixth graders. I hope that you have a great weekend. But before we can get our weekend started, let's wrap up our math for the week. I will help you with this number talk in just a minute. Make sure, though, I know I haven't normally sent things in on Friday, but since we didn't have any number talk math to send in yesterday, you do have one to send today. Make sure you get it in. We've got our story problem for the week. It'll be day 20. It's about friends sharing pennies. So dig that out for the next video. You need to go back through and practice everything that we've done so far. We only have 6s and 7s and 9s left. We'll get to 6s, I think, next week. Yep, 6s next week, and then you can practice your 9s and your 7s on your own. And then we have decimal subtraction spin is actually your job for today. Make sure you play that game. All right, let's look at the math for today. Today we're not doing models. We're not doing anything else. We're just doing the math. And I know for like 99% of you, you stuck with traditional method for division here because of the decimal placements and things like that. So I'm going to write this out. I'll take 10 seconds and decide if I'm right or not. Did I put things where they belong? If you're saying yes, good for you. I know it was an issue in my class. There was a lot of people that didn't like that the smaller number was inside the division bar. But what happens is that this first number is called your dividend. It's the number that's being divided. No matter if it's a small number, a big number, a huge number, it doesn't matter. That's what's being divided. So it goes inside the bar every single time. And then your second number, your divisor, we know that or at the end of a word means the doing thing, the person or whatever that's doing something. That goes on the outside because it's what I'm dividing by. So I'm putting this number into 3 groups based on this question, and it always goes like that. After that, it's just division with one extra little step here, which is to move your decimal point straight up. And then after that, your job is to keep everything lined up. You can't do any sloppy math when it comes to long division, because if you start doing one of those things where your math goes off to the side or you skip a step or whatever, it'll mess your whole problem up. So take your time and do it without lazy work. Draw your arrows going straight down. Keep everything in nice rows. Get grid paper out if you have to. Whatever it takes, because as soon as you get sloppy on yourself, you'll ruin all your math. All right, so let's go with this. If you think back to those grids I drew yesterday, we're doing the same thing with the tokens, except this time I'm not drawing the picture. You could if it helps you, but you don't need to today. So, can 3 go into 0? It cannot, so I'm going to put a 0 there. Technically, I could multiply my 0 through. 3 times 0 is 0, so I got rid of none of that place value. Now I'm into my tenths column. How many groups can I put those 7 tenths into if I'm doing them in groups of 3? I can put it in twice, which means I found a home for 6 of those tiles. That leaves me with 1. I'm on to my next place value. Now I have 18 hundredths pieces. I took that tenth and turned it into hundredths. It gave me 18 of them. And I can put those 18 in 6 groups of 3. And I will not have any left over. Okay? Couple of things, just because I'm not sure if it'll happen in yours or not. If we do have a remainder, it's not an option with decimals. Quite frankly, for pretty much here on out, remainders aren't really going to be a big thing for you. It's going to be a lot of fractions and or decimal math. If this didn't work out, I would just add a 0 on here because it doesn't change my value. It just changes my number. And I would bring that 0 down, and then that would give me more to divide into, and I could keep doing that over and over and over again. But I didn't need to this time, so it's okay. Same thing on this problem. It does not matter that this is a decimal or small or anything else. It is written first, making it my dividend, so it goes in my box. My 4 will always go on my outside, or whatever the divisor is, always goes on the outside. After that is just doing the math. I can't split 0 up anyways. So I'll take that, move up my decimal point. Now I'm going into 6. I can put that in there one time, I make one group of 4, which left me with 2 tenths, which I'm now going to call hundredths because I can't work with them as tenths anymore, giving me 24 hundredths. And we know that 4, 6, and 24 is a fact family. No remainders. But again, if I had one, you would just add a 0, bring it down, and then keep doing your math. All right, last one with me. Which one goes where? If you're thinking that the 7 and 2800 should be in the box, good for you. Okay, can I put this into a group this time? All the other times it's been 0. Yes, I can. This time I can fit in one group. Subtract that off. I'll have 3. Move up my decimal point because there it is. I didn't have to do any changing. Bring down my 2. 4 goes into 32 or tenths 8 times quite nicely. Nice little fact family there. You should have known that one from practicing your 4s or your 8s. None left over. Bring down my 8. 4 goes into 800ths 2 times. There you go. Oh, and if I finish off, no remainder, so I'm good there too. Okay, good luck on this one. Take your time, do it right, keep everything nice and neat, and you'll be just fine. Have a great day.